In today's show, we'll be discussing a Bitcoin price macro top, as well as new data which reveals that the real FOMO isn't even here yet. Because if this cycle is like 2017 or even 2019, then the majority of investor FOMO and associated price gains lie ahead. Also be breaking down the latest analysis from Whale Map, who says previous macro tops have occurred when thousands of transactions worth $5 to $7 million each were flooding the blockchain. True FOMO, currently no such FOMO in sight for BTC. Also be sharing the latest from Ki Jong Yu of Crypto Quant, who goes on to share that this is the strongest bullish signal I've ever seen. Also in today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest analysis from crypto analyst Michael Van de Poppe. I'll be breaking down the bullish and bearish scenarios for you right here in today's show. Also checking out the latest wisdom from Max Kaiser. He recently was interviewed by Zuby, and he's quoted sharing, "For 2021, my prediction is $220,000 per Bitcoin. And longer term, I say there is no top for Bitcoin because there is no bottom for fiat money." I'll be giving you all the highlights from this exclusive interview. Also in today's show, Fractal from last bull run says Bitcoin will hit $100,000 by May. If the same path is followed, Bitcoin could see a further collapse before experiencing a sharp rebound to more than double the price. The price action will play out quickly, taking Bitcoin price first to $75,000 in April, then $100,000 by the time May rolls around. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also in today's episode, Three Arrows Capital CEO says Bitcoin could hit $2.5 million in Supercycle top. That's right, co-founder and CEO of fund management firm Three Arrows Capital reveals an astronomical price prediction for Bitcoin in this new interview with Up Only. When comparing Bitcoin to gold, he shares, I think there's an argument that gold itself is very undervalued if it was the dominant store value, because this thing was at like $1,700 years ago. And let's say gold should have 5x if there wasn't Bitcoin, then really we're looking at a $50 trillion market cap. So then you're already halfway there to 100 trillion, and that will get you to $2.5 million per Bitcoin. And I think that is definitely possible. I'll be breaking all this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin and most all the major altcoins are currently correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, BlockFi, the leading provider of financial products and services for crypto investors. Here's where you can put your crypto to work. They have two flagship products, including crypto-backed loans. You ever wonder, how can I access fiat money without selling my precious Bitcoin? Well, look no further. You can get an interest rate as low as 4.5%. And their other flagship product, you can earn a 6% annual percentage yield on Bitcoin, as well as 9.3% on USDT. They also have a special promo running right now. If you use my link below the video in the description, you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. As soon as you click that, it'll take you here. Then click this yellow button that says sign up, and you'll notice the referral code already pre-populated for you to take advantage of this special offer. So what are you waiting for? Click the link right down below and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss, so let's dive right in, shall we? Bitcoin bears thinking that 58,000 was this cycle's top will be sorely disappointed. Fresh investment data from past bull market shows, compiled by on-chain analytics resource Whale Map, statistics covering Bitcoin buys of between $5 million and $7 million, conclude that even at the recent all-time highs, Bitcoin was far from a macro top. And I know if you watch this show, you already know, no FOMO in sight for the king of all crypto. During the 2017 and shorter 2019 bull market, Bitcoin saw mass buy-ins of a similar size between $5 and $7 million. When investments of that amount hit a peak, price action began to reverse, signaling the start of a consolidation or heavier retracement. According to Whale Map, cash injections in that area have been far from the previous peak this year, indicating that the current correction will likely be temporary and on par with Bitcoin's typical corrections during the bull run. Quoting Whale Map right here on crypto Twitter, previous macro tops have occurred when thousands of transactions worth between $5 to $7 million each were flooding the blockchain. True FOMO, currently no such FOMO in sight for BTC. The expectation of further buy-in supports existing data that came to light this week, notably from Coinbase Pro, which has seen multiple transactions of over 10,000 Bitcoin leave its books for private or custody wallets. The first negative premium on the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust since early 2017 may also point to the conclusion that the 2021 bull cycle has a lot more room to run. Quoting Ki Jung-yu of CryptoQuant, another significant Coinbase outflow at 48,000. U.S. institutional investors are still buying BTC. I think the major reason for this drop is the jittering macro environment like the 10-year Treasury note, not whale deposits, minor selling, and lack of institutional demand. And he goes on to share, 13,000 Bitcoin flowed out from Coinbase a few hours ago. It seems those Bitcoin went to multiple Coinbase custody wallets. U.S. institutional investors are still buying Bitcoin at the $48,000 price. This is the strongest bullish signal I've ever seen. All right, now let's discuss a potential liquidity grab. The start of a turnaround may be sooner than many think. In the latest analysis, pseudonymous crypto trader Rec Capital eyed the 4-hour Bitcoin chart for proof of a turnaround. Checking out his tweet right here on crypto Twitter, pullback, but still holds the wick-to-wick higher low. Turn 46,720 into support and Bitcoin will move higher. Strong bullish divergences on the 4-hour chart are appearing as well, as you can see right here on your screen. And he also shared right here, even though Bitcoin dipped 23%, Bitcoin still managed to set in a higher low. Of course, once the higher low breaks, then this pullback will continue. But until that happens, buyers are buying Bitcoin on the dip at a higher price compared to 2 weeks ago. That, my friend, is a fact. And speaking of Cointelegraph, the well-mapped team noted that short-term spent output profit ratio, known as the SOPR, which tracks overall market profit and losses, was indicating that a deeper sell-off is off the cards, at least for now. Here's a quote. Hourly SOPR shows potential for at least a short-term bounce, they shared along with this graph right here on your screen. Now, Friday further sees major expiry event on Bitcoin options, something which has dictated temporary downward pressure on Bitcoin in the past. The day's low of $44,150, some say, was merely an attempt to suck up liquidity before the next leg higher. How many of you took advantage of that dip? BTFD 25.8 fam. Checking out this tweet from Material Scientist. Yes, market dumped after mega whales sold into the rally as warned, but since then that had been buying the dips with stonks uncertainty. I don't know how many more dips there will be, but they're being bought, and that's a fact, as you can see right here on your screen. And before I break down the latest from crypto analyst Michael Van de Poppe, as well as the latest wisdom from Max Kaiser and all the highlights from his recent interview with Zuby, as well as a fractal from the last bull run, which says Bitcoin will hit $100,000 by this May, as well as Three Arrows Capital CEO saying Bitcoin could hit $2.5 million in a Supercycle top. Let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin down 8% for the day, trading at 46,800 plus. We have Ethereum down 9%, trading at $1,483. Cardano is the only major crypto actually in the green here, up 5%, trading at $1.12. And as you can see, everything else is bleeding and currently in the red. All right, now let's check out this analysis from the one and only Michael Van de Poppe. He wrote, Bitcoin doesn't look too great for a bull continuation coming period. Still, retest at 54,000 to 55,000 could happen, but I'm cautious when we get there. If we lose 47,000, then I'm looking at 42 to 44,000 and 37 to 38.5 next. That should be the low. All right, now let's check out the latest from Max Kaiser. He was recently interviewed by Zuby Music, and he shared the following. Here are the highlights of my favorite parts of this interview. For 2021, my prediction is $220,000 per Bitcoin. And longer term, I say there is no top for Bitcoin because there is no bottom for fiat money. No fiat money in history has lasted. Over the past 300 years, they've all gone to zero or lost 99% of their purchasing power. As Voltaire once said, all fiat money returns to its intrinsic value of zero. And we're going to see this with the US dollar. He continues, the US dollar is at risk of going the way as the Venezuelan bolivar. Really, it's turning into garbage. No fiat money in the past 300 years has escaped going to zero. There's been hundreds of fiat money. The average lifespan of paper money is 27 years. None has survived. I also like to point out that the US dollar is about to celebrate its 50th birthday later this year. I think it's in August. Do you think we'll make it that far? Let me know in the comments right down below. I also like to point out that he recently upped his short-term Bitcoin price target to now $77,000. All right, and before I break down our next stories of the day, Fractal from last bull run says Bitcoin will hit $100,000 by May and $75,000 by April, as well as the Three Arrows Capital CEO saying Bitcoin could hit $2.5 million in a supercycle top. Let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at about $1.4 trillion with $170 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance is 61.4%, and the current Bitcoin market cap is sitting at $863 billion. Now for the top gainers within the top 100, we have 1inch up 18%, trading at $4.17. Near Protocol up 15%, trading at $4.28. Cardano up 6%, trading at $1.11, and Elron up 1%, trading at $117. There's not that many alts currently in the green, as most are currently correcting. Now checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have Phantom down 31% for the day, but still up 160% for the week, trading at 53 cents. We have Dodo down 14%, trading at $4. Solana down 14% for the day, but up 42% for the week, trading at $13.80. And Icon down about 14%, trading at $1.51. Now out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 55 in greed. About time. We've been stuck in extreme greed for a very long time. Yesterday was a 79, last week a 93, and last month a 78. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day, shall we? Here's a look at the similarities between the two cycles and the roadmap that takes the Bitcoin price to $100,000 and higher within the next couple of months. Here we go. Characteristic Bitcoin volatility returns, price swings reach $10,000 in a single day. Bitcoin volatility is picking up, starting with an explosive move from 10,000 to 50,000 in just a few short months. The complete repricing of the coin has been due to institutional investors scrambling to buy what they can of the scarce crypto asset. That's right, at only 21 million Bitcoins at a market cap currently of under $1 trillion, even though we recently breached the $1 trillion mark, Bitcoin is expected to grow in the long term reliably, and in an economic climate where growth is challenging to come by, Bitcoin has become especially attractive. You can say that again, but as Bitcoin price discovery takes place, volatility is bound to ensue, and it has in the recent weeks as Bitcoin recently shed 20% in a single day. I think it hit about 23%. At prices of $50,000 per coin, a 20% dive means $10,000 in value a piece evaporating into thin air compared to the $1,000 per plunge crashes during the last bull market, as you can see right here on your screen. Now, what is a 20% correction when we've witnessed 30% or more in the past? I think Bitcoin is becoming more stable as the market cap continues to grow stronger. Now, early 2017 Fractal suggested a deeper downside possible. However, a rebound to $100,000 in May. Let's discuss it. On the way up last time around, the price action closely resembled the current market volatility, taking a comparison between early 2017 when Bitcoin was trading in the 4-digit range, and now the similarities are strikingly clear. If the same path is followed, Bitcoin could see further collapse before experiencing a sharp rebound to more than double the price. The price action will play out quickly, taking the Bitcoin price first to $75,000 in April, and then six figures, $100,000 for the first time in May. Let me know if you agree with this analysis or disagree. When do you feel Bitcoin is likely to break that six-figure mark? Do you think it'll happen in May, later, sooner? Holla at your boy. It's also important to note that the path following the fractal continues onward from there as well. By the time the fractal runs out of room on the price chart I just shared, the crypto tapers off at about that $2,000 per Bitcoin mark. The crypto did another 10x from the end of the above price action, and if the fractal continues the same from the current levels, it could potentially put each Bitcoin at a price of $1 million per Bitcoin before the top of the cycle is in. That's right. That's if we do have a super cycle, which I'm going to discuss here with you here in a moment. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 700 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, as well as Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is crypto news. Yes, and for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 18,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Su Zhu, the co-founder and CEO of fund management firm 3 Arrows Capital, is revealing an astronomical price prediction for Bitcoin. In a new interview with Up Only, Su Zhu compares Bitcoin to gold, asserting that gold is likely undervalued and that in the long run, Bitcoin is primed to take over a large portion of the precious metals market share. I couldn't agree more. Here's a quote from this interview. I mean, I think there's an argument that gold itself is very undervalued. If it was a dominant store of value, because this thing was at like $1,700 years ago, and let's say gold should have 5x if there wasn't Bitcoin, then we're really looking at a $50 trillion market cap. So then you're already halfway there to $100 trillion, and that will get you to $2.5 million per BTC. And I think that is definitely possible. Let me know if you feel it's possible in the comments right down below. The CEO says he expects Bitcoin to jump up in sudden price surges along the way, and due in part to institutional investors simply refuse to return back down to previous levels. Eventually, says Zhu, the asset will likely look like gold does now, relatively stable. Here's another quote from this interview. I think that at the top of it, it will behave like how gold is now, so low volatility-ish. And I think that the way that people should think about that, how that process will go, is that it will be in bursts, right? Where the markets look linear, like in the short term, it's always up $1,000, down $1,000, and then you get these bursts and you get these big repricings, and people can never buy again at the same price. That's right. That's why it is very risky to be selling your Bitcoin position, expecting to buy it back on a dip, because it may continue bursting up to higher levels, as he points out right here. And as for Dogecoin, the 3 Capital CEO says the project has caught the eye of Tesla CEO Elon Musk, and says that it could have a significant amount of upward potential with Elon's support. He goes on to share, Elon Musk is shilling Doge a lot, and he must have a plan for it, so it's tough to say it can go up high. And Max just tweeted, using fiat and propaganda to terrorize foreign countries trying to secure their own energy is relatively easy. Just print more fiat. Bitcoin fixes this. And he's referring to this breaking story. The United States has carried out an airstrike against structure belonging to Iranian-backed militia in Syria, U.S. officials tell Reuters. And he also tweeted here this morning, Bitcoin is peace, fiat money is war, touche. Now for a quick recap, what I covered with you right here in today's show, we discuss a Bitcoin price macro top, as well as new data showing that the real FOMO isn't here yet. Also broke down the latest technical analysis from Well Map, Kijang Yu of Crypto Quant, as well as one of my favorite crypto analysts, Michael Van Day Pop. Also shared the latest wisdom from Max Kaiser, who says for 2021, my prediction is $220,000 per Bitcoin. And longer term, I say there is no top for BTC because there is no bottom for fiat money. That, my friend, is a fact. Also in today's show, I shared a fractal from the last bull run, which says Bitcoin will hit $100,000 by May and $75,000 by April. Also in today's show, I shared the 3 Arrows Capital CEO says Bitcoin could hit $2.5 million in a supercycle top. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day just like this. And real quick before I go, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor BlockFi, where you can put your crypto to work. One of their flagship products, you can earn a 6% annual percentage yield on Bitcoin and start having your sats work for you. They also pay out 9.3% on USDT. Now, I also like to point out that they are backed by the biggest names in the industry, so you have peace of mind. They're backed by Winklevoss, Fidelity, Morgan Creek, and Coinbase, and they also have crypto-backed loans where you can get an interest rate as low as 4.5%. If you're not looking to sell your precious crypto, well, you can borrow against it, and they have a promo running right now where you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. All you need to do is click the link right down below. It'll take you here, then click this yellow button that says sign up, and you'll notice that the referral code is already pre-populated for you to take advantage of this special bonus. So what are you waiting for? Let's start stacking those sats, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.